Hello, Sagittarius. This is Barb at Mystic Door Tarot, and this is your weekly intuitive tarot reading for the week of June 14th through the 20th. Thank you so much for joining me today, and if you're new to my channel, welcome. And please subscribe, hit that like button, and join me daily for my quick glance daily readings. Now keep in mind, these are general readings and will not resonate with everyone. Tarot card readings are available through my website link below. Also be sure to watch your sun, moon, and rising signs to get a more collective outlook for your week ahead. And I am working with the Shadowscapes tarot deck. So let's get started. First card, Sagittarius. You have the King of Wands, and just look at that energy. Next, you have the Ace of Swords. Very powerful energy as well. And the Four of Wands. Wonderful. Now you had not one but two oracle card messages. And first you had building blocks, and then round and round. These were the two cards that came out. And let me bump this up. Your crystal for the week, obsidian. And my obsidian was close by. There we go. Okay, Sagittarius. So first glance here, your cards are indicating that there are changes coming in and taking place for you. That you're going to now be able to move forward with what it is you want to do. Either your goals, your plans for your future, possibly even celebrating a happy occasion this week. But there's still a need for spiritual protection, Sagittarius. So as you don't get pulled into that same energy of repeating patterns over and over again. So let me pull this in for the tarot cards. There's a lot of detail on these cards. So starting with your first card, you have the King of Wands. This is Leo's card in energy. So there's either one of two things happening here this week. You either have a Leo individual around you that's really strong, authoritative, a leader by all means. That kind of an individual around you may be helping you out this week. This could be a supervisor, a boss, a coworker, a friend, a family member. So it could be a Leo individual, very strong energy that could be helping you out this week. Or you could be possessing some of the energies that is being portrayed with this very strong energy of a card. This energy on this card, look at that. Now, the energy here is just depicting all this Leonian energy. Look at all the lions you see. Even the top of the wand has got a lion. So it's that Leonian fire energy. And this particular card has an energy just kind of like parting everything out of your path. As he's moving forward, everything is just getting out of his way. So everything is just making way for you to come through, Sagittarius. Very strong energy. Just taking charge and going after what it is you want this week. So again, one of two things happening here. You've got a strong Leo individual around you that is getting you to where you want to go, or you're possessing the characteristics of the King of Wands. But either way, Sagittarius, you are making a major breakthrough this week. Next, you have the Ace of Swords, which is a gift from the divine, being presented as an opportunity for you to use your mind, Sagittarius, to cut through any obstacles you have in your way. as that is the energy of what's happening on the King of Wands card. This is realizing here something, getting clarity, kind of like understanding the truth about something in a whole new way. So you're getting a fresh perspective on an old issue and one that's clear and true. Whereas before, you might have thought of it in a different manner, which was really not accurate information. So that's the best way I can kind of describe what's coming through the messages. So with the Ace of Swords showing up, could be that there was a problem to solve. And that's going to help with your personal growth. So now you're going to have the mental focus to be able to make new plans and develop new strategies, to be able to put action behind all of that. Now, first, we're talking about the sword energy. And the sword is double-edged. So it can be very swift in the assurance of a justice to kind of clear away any of the obstructions that hide the truth. And that's what's happening for you this week, Sagittarius. This is also like a beacon of clarity. But the sword can also be used in a forceful way in the heat of anger and not giving the opportunity to hear things out. So two different sides to the strength of the sword here. But when the aces show up, this is a presentation of something new just starting to begin. So looking at the card here, it's almost like a vortex. It's like the sword is within a vortex here, and something is rising from that force. It's the dualities of the Ace of Swords, which is going to go one way or the other. So as the Ace of Swords can be using your mental energies, your thought process to get truth and clarity to a situation, it can also be cutting away what's unnecessary around you and leaving that behind. This is an energy of having the opportunity and maybe the necessity, Sagittarius, to do the right thing. But as with all the aces, the opportunity has to be grasped in order for it to happen. So this card is bringing about some truth and clarity to a situation. Might have been something that was deep from the past, and you're kind of getting some kind of information, some kind of communication is coming through where now you have the truth and you might need to right a wrong. So the Ace of Swords showing up this week, Sagittarius, is indicating a major breakthrough in some area. This can be in regards to your job, your career. It can be in regards to relationships, family, possibly something you're involved with, someone around you. This is now a new beginning after everything that you've been through. Now, your next card is the Four of Wands, pretty much a card of celebration. It likes to show up when it's time to celebrate, possibly your accomplishments or someone else's. It can be honoring all your hard work, Sagittarius, at this time. But it can also be celebrating the completion of something, some stage or phase or milestone, you might say, in your life. Could be a special birthday, could be a wedding. It could be the passing of a very special exam like the bar if you're an attorney. It could be an anniversary, or it could be the purchase of your first home. The Four of Wands is some kind of accomplishment or achievement, and it's celebrating and giving thanks to everyone that helped you to get where you are. So it's kind of like having a ceremony or celebration or ritual of some sort that marks some kind of life transition that you're experiencing, possibly this week or very soon. This is Aries card and energy, so it's very independent, adventurous, optimistic, very aggressive energy with moving forward. But it's ruled by Venus, so it's in regards to something you love. So it could be something that you love to do. It could be someone that you love. The number 4 energy associated with this card is the practical parts of life. It's the stability in your life. So 4 is all about something you can count on, you might say. And the Shadowscapes card here is depicting spring has arrived and the flowers are starting to bloom. And what we're seeing is the unicorns that are pictured here just celebrating and enjoying that the chill has left the air and experiencing the arrival of spring. So it's taking a moment to just breathe, enjoying the moment, and celebrating what has arrived or been accomplished. Now, your numerology here for your tarot cards is number 6, which is now bringing in an energy of being balanced, harmonious, bringing in love and happiness, Sagittarius. So whatever you were going through previously is now going to be eliminated here by the Ace of Swords energy. Now let's pull this back to talk about your cards here. Now you had 2 come out one after the other, and the first one that did come out was the building blocks, and then came round and round right after. So first, the message with the building blocks, it's indicating there's a strong foundation in place. You've been working hard, Sagittarius. So hard work has been in progress, and the message from this oracle card is indicating this is the time when your focus needs to be on the foundations that you're building upon. So this is going to be in regards to your work, your relationships, your values, your core beliefs. Is everything still ringing true for you? As the Ace of Swords in your reading is an indication to eliminate what no longer serves a purpose for you. And the message with building blocks is an indication that the changes that you're making now will affect everything in your life, but in a positive way. In regards to relationships, know that you're attracting new relationships in your life and possibly solidifying the ones you already have by building foundations of honesty, clear communication. It can also be that long-lasting relationships are also repaired and strengthened. Now, in regards to success and prosperity, it's indicating you have everything right now, Sagittarius, to build on this strong foundation to create the prosperity that you desire. So abundance is all around you. And your creativity at this time, Sagittarius, is divinely inspired. So you are meant to succeed. And your protection in regards to building blocks is now to take a look at the cracks or any cracks in the foundation. Maybe your values have changed and it's time to strengthen and let go of the things that no longer serve a vision for you. Again, connection with the Ace of Swords. You need to remove the broken pieces, reinforce your bricks and your foundation. So don't be afraid to replace what's not solid. Now, taking a look at your second oracle card, you have round and round. It's showing this spiral quality on the card. You've been going round in circles, repeating patterns. So this is in regards to cycles. You're challenged to break, to revisit a pattern from a new perspective, which had a lot to do with your last reading. You might feel that you might have gone a little bit backwards, but you are standing at a higher level, now looking down on your circumstances. You're going to learn something and do something better, and you're going to break the cycle that was set up in the past. So what this is indicating, Sagittarius, is you have a bird's eye view of your previous footsteps and access to the wisdom and the lessons that were learned. So in regards to relationships, you might be wondering, how did I get here again? Something feels familiar, maybe a little bit too familiar. You could be repeating the same pattern over and over with your relationships, but this time you're doing things differently. Different result. You see things with a different perspective. Now, in regards to success, prosperity, you might currently find yourself in the same scenario that seems to just echo something that already happened in the past in regards to your work life. But now, this time, you're being invited to see what you couldn't see before. Again, lessons learned so that you don't repeat the patterns. And in regards to protection from the round and round card, are you refusing to see your own personal responsibilities for repeating these lessons? So you have to kind of surrender, Sagittarius, that you're the common denominator in all of these repeat occurrences. But now you can see that the cycles that you want to leave behind. So it seems receiving these two cards together is that now you're going to be able to build a strong foundation for your life because you're not going to be going round and round in the same patterns of what I'm going to say destructive behavior, maybe in regards to your job, your relationships, where you're living, could be in regards to your family. So very good news receiving these oracle messages this week. And your angels and guides are suggesting the obsidian crystal. Very strong protection crystal for you this week. Be sure to either wear or carry obsidian with you. It's going to provide you with a very grounded, protective energy. This week, you need to be protected on all levels, so pay attention to Sagittarius. If you get any feelings or warnings this week, if you have a bad feeling about going to a particular place, an event, or an area, acknowledge that feeling. And maybe just be extra cautious, bring someone else with you, or even cancel. There could be someone also around you, Sagittarius, picking up extremely draining and negative, someone around you. So you need to protect yourself before you go near that energy. Now, obsidian is associated with your root chakra, so it helps remove negativity, restores your energy at the same time as well, Sagittarius. So in summary, for your week ahead, Sagittarius, you're starting out with the King of Wands energy, which is one of two things. This is either a very strong Leo individual in a very much leadership type position, very authoritative, commanding, a lot of connections. That's helping you out at this time. Or you are possessing the traits of the King of Wands, which in regards to this card and energy of just moving everything out of your way as you walk down your path. This is a very strong and commanding energy starting off your week. Your next card, being the Ace of Swords, is an indication that something is being clarified in your life. In regards to your relationships, possibly your family, your job, you're getting truth and clarity in regards to something where maybe you had the wrong information previously. So the Ace of Swords is giving you that kind of that sharp mental focus, that communication and clarity, a new perception now of possibly an old issue. But it's also an indication of cutting out what no longer serves you in your life, Sagittarius. And the Four of Wands is a card of celebration. It could be recognizing your hard work, Sagittarius. It could be some kind of achievement or accomplishment. Maybe marking the stage of something in your life. So it could be a special birthday, an anniversary, passing an exam, could be getting acknowledged at work for your accomplishments. It is some type of celebration or acknowledgement. And the Four of Wands, number 4 energy, is relying on that stability. It's something that you can count on with this card and energy. And you had not one, but 2 oracle cards came out this week. The first is building blocks, which is an indication that you've got a strong foundation in place. You're going to be building upon that foundation, whether it's in regards to your work or career, your relationships, dealings with your family. But you need to take a look and see if there's any cracks in the foundation, which is things that you need to remove from your life. As the round and round card that came tumbling out after this card, this is an indication that you're in a higher place with a new perspective on how to handle relationships, job issues, where you're living, all the difficulties or situations or experiences dealing with life itself. You're not going to repeat this kind of repetitive energy that you've been caught in a loop previously because you've learned to look at things with a new perspective. And your angels and guides want you to carry the obsidian crystal with you this week for protection. And especially if you get a sensation or a feeling something, your little voice talking to you, telling you not to go this way or that, or take this particular route if you're driving somewhere. Listen to that inner guiding voice. Choose a different way or don't go, cancel. Change up what you were originally going to do. Strong message coming through with that. Now, the obsidian crystal also helps you out in regards to people around you that are very negative and draining, and you've got some of that energy. That's what I'm picking up. So it helps to remove negativity, and it will restore your energy as well, Sagittarius. So very, very powerful cards and energy this week, Sagittarius, indicating a major breakthrough for you, and one where you're going to have some type of celebration. But listen to your angels and guides in regards to the obsidian crystal, as there is something that might pop up this week that you need to avoid. Otherwise, everything else looks good for you this week. You're going to make some headway, and your round and round card is indicating that you're no longer repeating the patterns that you had in the past. So that in itself is something to celebrate. Thank you so much for joining me today. Please subscribe and help support my channel. And for a tarot card reading, click on my website link below. Love and abundance to my Sagittarius family.